Stop right there. Do not scroll past this message. Look at me right now, because this moment is not an accident. You did not stumble upon this video by chance today. Heaven aligned time itself to bring your eyes to these exact words. Listen to me, because your spiritual safety depends on it. Give me a few minutes of your absolute attention before you make another choice. Something just shifted in the unseen realm regarding your life. The enemy has set a dangerous trap for your soul. It is hidden in plain sight within your daily circle, and if you close this video now, you will walk straight into an ambush. Why choose to regret your choices later when you can receive divine protection right now? I am speaking to you with intense urgency today. This is your divine pattern interrupt from the chaotic noise of the world. Your spirit has been sensing a strange weight lately. Do you feel that sudden tightness inside your chest when you interact with certain people? That is your holy intuition warning you about a hidden threat. Do not let your logical mind rationalize the danger away. You have been walking blindly into a setup designed to destroy your peace. The adversary knows the massive destiny over your life. He knows you are chosen, and because he cannot stop your future, he wants to trap your present. Open this message fully and do not turn away. You are extremely lucky to see this warning before it becomes too late. But luck has absolutely nothing to do with this alignment. This is pure divine orchestration designed to rescue you. If you choose to rush past this moment, you will lose a vital shield. Stay right here and let my words anchor your trembling spirit. The trap has been set by hands you currently trust. That is the most painful part of this revelation. The deception is wrapped in smiles and sweet words. They pretend to support your journey while secretly plotting your downfall. They want to see you break under the weight of their expectations. But I am intervening right now to expose their dark schemes. Listen to the sound of my voice and let it quiet your racing thoughts. The enemy wants you distracted so you miss the warning signs. He wants you busy with empty tasks while he builds a cage around your potential. But my authority is absolute in this room. I have broken the silence to hand you the key to your deliverance. Why do you hesitate when your soul is crying out for truth? You have spent too many nights wondering why everything feels so heavy. You blamed yourself for the confusion and the constant depletion of your energy. But the confusion is a weapon used against you. It is time to open your eyes and see the warfare around you. Come closer to me and let your weary shoulders relax for a second. You have been fighting so hard to keep everyone else happy. You smile through the pain while your heart breaks in silence. I see the invisible tears you cry when the lights go out. I know the exact depth of your hidden exhaustion. Let me whisper the truth to the deepest place of your heart. You are not crazy for feeling that sudden wave of mistrust. Your spirit recognized the wolf before your eyes could see the disguise. I placed that holy discomfort inside you to keep you alert. It was not anxiety, but my protective hand shielding your soft soul. I watch you give your precious energy to hands that only want to take from you. You pour out your sincere love into broken vessels that cannot hold it. You think that if you give more, they will finally understand your worth. But they do not value the light inside you. They only want to use your brightness to cure their own darkness. This cycle of endless depletion must stop today by my command. I did not design you to be a doormat for toxic souls. You are a carefully formed masterpiece created for a higher purpose. You are a holy vessel meant to carry my glory, not their heavy burdens. Let go of the need to fix people who choose to stay broken. The trap they set is designed to make you regret your kindness. They want to twist your words and make you feel guilty for setting boundaries. They want you to believe that you are the problem in this relationship. But I am rewriting the narrative of your life starting from this very second. Their psychological weapons will no longer have authority over your mind. Do you remember the specific moment when you felt entirely alone in a crowded room? You were surrounded by people who claimed to love you, yet your soul felt completely invisible and detached from their conversations. That was my spirit drawing you away from their counterfeit foundation. I was separating you from the crowd so you could hear my voice. The enemy wants to lock you in a cage of perpetual guilt. He whispers that you are selfish for wanting to protect your peace. He tells you that your weariness is a sign of weakness. Those are dangerous lies manufactured in the dark. You are not weak for feeling tired after fighting a massive spiritual battle alone. Look at the patterns of your recent interactions very carefully. Notice how certain conversations leave you feeling completely drained of life. Notice how your joy evaporates the moment they enter your atmosphere. This is not a coincidence. It is a calculated assault on the sacred garden I placed inside you. I am lifting the veil of deception from your eyes right now. You will see the true intentions behind their smooth flattery. You will recognize the subtle manipulation that has kept you bound for months. Do not be afraid of the truth when it reveals itself. The truth is not meant to break you, but to set you free. If you rush past this warning, you will walk into an ambush of deep regret. You will look back and wish you had listened to my prompting today. I love you too much to let you fall without a loud shout. That is why I forced this video onto your screen at this exact minute. Your obedience right now will alter your entire future timeline. Breathe deeply and let my presence fill the empty spaces of your soul. You do not have to figure everything out on your own strength. The battle belongs to my supreme authority. Your only task is to stand still and receive the instruction. The snare of the fowler is being exposed by my light. The people who set traps for you are terrified of your awakening. They know that once you realize your true worth, they lose their power. They want to keep you small and compliant so they can control your choices. But you are an heir to an unshakable kingdom. You were never meant to shrink yourself to fit into their small boxes. Think about the silent battles you fought without telling a single soul. You held yourself together, put on a brave face, and served others faithfully. You assumed that no one noticed the silent breaking of your spirit, but I saw every single moment of your quiet agony. I recorded every tear that fell from your tired eyes. I am stepping into your atmosphere today to bring total restoration. The season of allowing others to harvest your peace is officially over. I am establishing a divine wall of fire around your life. Old enemies will look at you and wonder why their weapons no longer work. They will fail because I am your safe refuge. Let this truth settle into the deepest chambers of your mind. You are entering a season of holy discernment and sharp boundaries. No longer will you accept counterfeit love out of a fear of being alone. I am filling your life with my perfect presence, which casts out all fear. You are fully validated by the Creator of the universe. The urgent message I release over you today is a shield against destruction. It is a holy mandate to guard your heart with all diligence. The trap is being dismantled even as you listen to these words. The enemy is realizing that his secret plot has been completely compromised by heaven. You are escaping the hidden snare right now. Stay connected to my guidance and do not wander back into the trap. The familiar path may look comfortable, but it leads to deep regret. Trust the holy discomfort that tells you to move away from toxic circles. I have beautiful rooms prepared for you that you are not yet ready to see. Walk toward the light and do not look back. Open this message in your heart right now and do not hesitate. Why do you look back at the things that broke you? Why do you tolerate the subtle poison that ruins your spiritual health? I am calling you out of the shadows of compromise today. This is the moment of your radical turning point. The adversary wants you to believe that this warning is for someone else. He wants to deflect the truth so you remain unprotected. But I am whispering directly into your specific situation. I know the names of the people who are stressing your mind. I know the exact words they use to diminish your confidence. You have been carrying a heavy cross that I never asked you to bear. You took the responsibility of fixing toxic situations that were meant to fail. Some structures must fall so that a true foundation can be built. Do not weep over the destruction of things that were designed to trap you. Let the old season burn away completely. Every single word I speak over you today is a protective shield. The noise of the world tries to drown out my still small voice. The world tells you to hurry up, to hustle, and to fit in, but I tell you to be still and know that I am your God. Pause your busy routine and receive this divine downloading of power. Listen closely as we prepare to uncover the exact nature of this hidden trap. I am going to peel back the layers of deception so you can see clearly. Do not be startled by what my light reveals in the next moments. The exposure is necessary for your total preservation and ultimate victory. Stay with me, because your breakthrough is unfolding right now. I look at your heart. I see a profound exhaustion that sleep cannot fix. You carry a deep weariness inside your bones, and every single morning when you open your eyes, you feel that familiar heaviness sitting heavily on your chest before your feet even touch the cold floor. You try to breathe through the pressure. You pretend that everything is fine, but your soul knows the truth of your pain. Your spirit is entirely spent from carrying the weight of toxic interactions. I watched you walk away from conversations with a heavy ache in your head. You felt completely drained of life after spending just a few hours with those who claimed to care about you. They fed on your kindness while leaving you with nothing but emptiness. I know the exact moments when the burden becomes too heavy to bear. I saw you sitting in your car with the engine running because you did not have the strength to walk inside your own home. You sat in the dim light and stared into the dark dashboard for a long time. Your hands were shaking on the steering wheel while you begged for a single moment of quiet peace. No one else saw you braking in that silent vehicle. I was there beside you in that heavy quietness. I counted every shallow breath you took to keep yourself from crying out loud. You have grown so used to hiding your suffering from the eyes of the world. You became an expert at smiling through the deep internal agony. You assumed that if you showed your vulnerability, people would use it as a weapon against your heart. Your fears were not wrong because you have given your precious heart to unsafe hands before. You remember the sting of betrayal from those you loved unconditionally. You poured your sincere thoughts into vessels that turned out to be completely hollow, and you watched them walk away with your peace, while leaving you to clean up the shattered pieces of your devotion. If you feel every word I say is touching your deepest wound, please listen to my soft whisper right now. If your spirit recognizes this message as a holy validation of your hidden struggle, take a small step of faith. Like this video as a silent covenant between your heavy heart and my eternal presence. This simple action will anchor your agreement and activate the gentle process of your spiritual restoration. Let us look deeper into the source of your constant exhaustion. You are a pure-hearted giver who always puts the needs of others above your own well-being. You believe that your mission is to heal every broken soul that crosses your path. You absorb their negative moods and their heavy anxieties because you care so deeply about their comfort, but they leave you feeling totally hollowed out. I saw you in the kitchen late at night when the house was completely still. You leaned against the counter and felt a strange emptiness spreading through your entire upper body. You asked yourself why you felt so lonely, despite doing everything right for everyone else. Your mind could not find an answer because you were looking at the situation through human eyes. The drain is not physical, it is a spiritual assault. You have been dealing with people who operate like emotional parasites. They do not want your advice or your genuine help to improve their lives. They only want a safe place to dump their toxic waste before they go back to their old ways. They use your bright light to warm themselves while they leave your own fire burning low. You have allowed them to exploit your holy empathy for far too long. I see how your throat tightens when you want to speak your true boundaries. You feel a wave of guilt whenever you think about saying no to their demanding requests. You worry that they will think you are selfish or cold for needing some space. So you compromise your own peace just to keep their volatile emotions stable for another day. You became a prisoner to their shifting expectations. This constant accommodation has created a deep reservoir of unexpressed grief inside your soul. You are mourning the loss of the joyful person you used to be before the weight took over. You look in the mirror, and you barely recognize the tired eyes staring back at you. And you wonder if you will ever regain that beautiful enthusiasm that once defined your entire life. I tell you today that your light is not dead. The toxic expectations of other people have buried your beautiful light under heavy layers. You have been carrying bags that do not belong to your destiny at all. I watched you sweat and strain under the heat of battles that were never yours to fight. You thought you were being a good believer by letting them bleed all over your clean garments. But that is not what I called you to do. I called you to be a holy vessel of honor, not a dumpster for human debris. I want to validate the pain of your quiet isolation because I know how much it hurts to feel misunderstood by everyone. You gave your best fruits to people who only threw the seeds back in your face. You showed up for them during their darkest storms, while they vanished completely during yours. The imbalance has broken your spirit. Let your heart feel the validation of my presence right now. I know the exact name of the person who made you feel like you were never enough. I know the precise words they used to chip away at your sacred confidence over the months. They made you doubt your own memories and your own intuition through their clever games. They wanted you dependent on their validation so they could control your soul. You began to feel a deep somatic response to their toxic presence before you even realized the danger. Your stomach would churn into knots whenever their name flashed across your phone screen. Your chest would tighten up with defensive armor before they even opened their mouth to speak to you. This was your physical temple reacting to the spiritual warfare happening right in front of your face. You were sensing the trap. The trap was designed to make you rely completely on your own failing strength. The enemy wanted to separate you from my voice by keeping your mind in a constant state of panic. He wanted you so exhausted from human drama that you would have no energy left for divine prayer. He watched you run around in circles trying to extinguish fires that he kept lighting through those toxic people. You were running on empty. I watched you sink onto the bathroom floor when the pressure became too intense to handle. You let your back slide against the cold wall while the sound of running water covered your quiet tears. You pressed your face into your hands because you did not want anyone else in the house to hear your breaking spirit. You felt completely abandoned by the heavens during that dark night of your soul. But I was there. I was closer to you than the floor you were sitting on. I caught every single teardrop that fell from your eyes and I put them into my holy bottle. Not a single fragment of your silent agony was wasted or ignored by my loving heart. I saw the specific moment when you almost gave up your entire faith because the silence felt like total rejection. I knew your heart was deeply tired of fighting. You have been fighting battles for people who would not even lift a finger to save you. You have been defending reputations of those who drag your name through the mud behind your back. This total misalignment of your purpose has caused your soul to enter a deep state of energy depletion. Your spirit is trying to withdraw from the noise because it cannot survive on this counterfeit fuel anymore. It is rejecting the poison. Let the realization of this truth wash over your tired mind like a gentle rain. The heaviness you feel is not your failure. It is the weight of an old season that must end. You are not breaking down. You are being disconnected from foundations that were meant to trap your future. Breathe into the empty spaces of your heart and let my words validate your exhaustion. You have run far enough on your own. Let us pause here in the quiet stillness before we move forward into the light. You do not have to apologize to me for being weak or tired today. I know your frame, and I remember that you are made of dust. The urgency of stopping you in your tracks was so I could hold your heart for a brief moment. Now that you understand the true nature of your depletion, your spirit can begin to rest. Stay with me, because the revelation is about to deepen. You are not alone in this dark space. I am sitting right next to you in the heavy quietness of your bedroom. You can drop your defenses, because you are completely safe with me today. And while the rest of the world only demands more production from your empty hands, I am here to simply offer you a holy shelter. I know you feel a strange sense of isolation right now. Your friends do not understand why you are suddenly pulling away from the social circles. They criticize your quiet withdrawal because they do not understand the heavy warfare over your life. But your chosen separation is my absolute will for your current restoration. Look at the walls of your quiet sanctuary. I want you to know that my divine presence is painting a beautiful shield around your mind. I noticed every single thought that tried to push you into total despair during the past week. I saw your heart breaking in the absolute stillness of the midnight hour. Let my quiet love wash away the painful memories of their cold words. They tried to minimize your sincere efforts while maximizing your small mistakes. They wanted you to feel small so they could maintain control over your beautiful path. But I am standing as an impenetrable wall between your soul and their malice. You must understand that your current isolation is not a terrible punishment. It is a precise divine positioning designed to preserve your energy for the next massive breakthrough. I removed the loud noise of the crowd because I needed your undivided attention right now. Your spirit cannot heal while surrounded by their constant confusion. Let me share a deep secret from my holy archives to comfort your aching soul. Many centuries ago, there was a young warrior who had to run for his life from the very hands he had faithfully served. His name was David, and he found himself completely alone inside the dark walls of a cold cave. He had served his king with absolute loyalty and pure devotion. He played his beautiful harp to soothe the torment of the king, while asking for nothing in return. Yet his kindness was met with a deadly spear thrown straight at his innocent head. He had to flee into the wilderness to escape the trap of jealousy. I watched him slide down the muddy walls of that dark cave in total exhaustion. He sat on the cold stone floor and wept bitterly because he felt completely betrayed by his own people. He poured out his honest fears directly onto the pages of his internal journal. He wondered if his great destiny had died in that dark hole. He looked at his empty hands and felt a deep somatic ache inside his heavy chest. He was a champion who had defeated the great giant Goliath in front of thousands of cheering citizens. Yet in that dark hour of isolation, he felt entirely invisible and abandoned by the heavens. He cried out to me from the depths of his sorrow, "But my beloved child, I was not absent from that dark cave of isolation. I was present in every single breath that David drew while he sat in the deep shadow. I was building a powerful foundation beneath his heavy grief that no earthly throne could ever manufacture. That cave was his holy preparation room for the kingdom. If you feel your spirit aligning with David in his hidden sanctuary today, please respond to my voice. Take a single moment to leave your beautiful testimony of faith right now. Comment the word Amen, or type a short, broken prayer under this video to declare your agreement with my presence. Do not stay silent, because heaven is ready to record your step of obedience in this dark hour. Your comment is a prophetic declaration that you choose trust over panic. You are anchoring your soul to my presence while the storm rages outside your house. It is a holy code that alerts the angels that a chosen warrior is waking up. Let the world know that you are no longer surviving on your own empty strength. Let us return to the deep mystery of the cold cave. The enemy believed that isolation would completely silence the powerful voice of my chosen servant. He thought that by trapping David in the dark, he could steal the promise of his royal future. But the adversary always underestimates the power of my hidden protection. I used that forced separation to clear the dangerous clutter from David's mind. I let the false expectations of his past life fall away completely during those quiet months. He learned to hear my still small voice without the distracting applause of the crowd. He discovered that I was his ultimate refuge in times of trouble. My beloved child, the cave you are sitting in right now has my divine fingerprints on every single wall. I did not place you in this quiet room to abandon your heart to the dark. I am here with you in the stillness, and I am already planning the exact moment of your spectacular emergence into the light. I saw you when you tried to force open doors that I had intentionally locked for your safety. You thought that if you worked harder, you could fix the toxic dynamics of that relationship. You assumed that your patience would eventually soften their cold hearts toward your love. But I had to lock the door to save your destiny. I saw you when you sat on the edge of your bed and asked me why you have to suffer so much. You wondered if you had done something wrong to deserve this painful isolation. You compared your quiet life to the loud success of those who live in complete compromise. But their foundation is nothing but shifting sand. Your foundation is being built on the solid rock of my eternal truth. The pain you endure in this hidden season is not a sign of my holy anger. It is the careful pruning of my loving hands removing the dead branches from your life. I am cutting away the attachments that would choke your future glory. The people who walked away from you during this trial were never meant to carry your heart into the next season. They were only temporary passengers designed for a specific chapter of your development. Do not waste your precious energy crying over their sudden departure from your life. I cleared the room for your peace. Breathe deeply and let your tired spirit rest against my strong shoulder. You have been running a frantic race against a clock that I never created for your life. The world tells you that you are falling behind your peers, but I tell you that you are perfectly on time according to the clocks of Haven. You do not have to achieve absolute perfection to receive my protective grace today. Your trembling obedience in the dark is more valuable to me than the loud sacrifices of the hypocrites. I see your sincere desire to walk in holiness, despite the heavy temptation to retaliate against them. I am proud of your restraint. The traps they set for your soul are being turned into the tools of their own confusion. While they whisper their clever lies in secret rooms, my light is preparing to expose their dark intentions. You do not have to lift a single hand to defend your sacred reputation in this battle. Stand still and watch my salvation. Listen carefully because the atmosphere in the unseen realm is starting to shift right now. The tone of my voice is changing from a soft whisper to a powerful declaration over your life. You have heard me comfort your broken heart in the deep valley of your pain. Now it is time to hear me speak with absolute authority. The season of your quiet hiding is reaching its divine conclusion. The enemy is celebrating your apparent defeat because he thinks you are trapped forever in this dark cave. He does not know that your spirit has been fully recharged by my perfect presence. Get ready to stand up because your breakthrough is approaching now. I am about to shatter the walls of limitation that have kept your potential locked away for years. The dark shadows of yesterday are dissolving under the bright heat of my glorious countenance. Do not look back at the rubble of what used to comfort your human ego. You are stepping into an entirely new level of spiritual authority. Your tired eyes will soon behold the magnificent harvest of every single tear you sowed in isolation. The people who mocked your quiet faith will stand in absolute wonder at the level of your elevation. Hold fast to my instruction as we cross this holy threshold together. The final keys of your absolute victory are being handed to you now. Hear my voice right now because the hour of your liberation has officially arrived. The enemy believed he could keep you locked in that dark corner forever. He thought his hidden traps would permanently break your beautiful spirit. But I am stepping into your situation with supreme cosmic authority today. Every chain of manipulation is melting away under the heat of my glorious presence right now. I am breaking the authority of every toxic soul over your life this very second. They have no legal right to demand your sacred energy anymore. I strip them of their power to make you feel guilty for choosing peace. And because you have honored my word in the dark, I am completely dismantling the psychological weapons that were manufactured to destroy your confidence. You are safe. Let us reframe the painful narrative of your recent struggles completely. You thought you were failing because doors were shutting in your face. You assumed that my silence meant I had abandoned your heart in the dark. But while you were weeping over the losses, my hands were actively shielding your life from relationships that would have ruined your entire future. The endings were necessary. The painful isolation you felt was never a sign of my holy anger. It was a beautiful season of divine pruning designed to clear your garden. I had to remove the dead weight of toxic people from your branches before you could carry new fruit. And if I had allowed those parasitic souls to remain attached to your destiny, they would have completely choked the glorious assignment I wrote for your life. The trap they set for your soul has been completely shattered by my light. They wanted to use your bright energy to fix their own internal rot. They expected you to burn yourself out just to keep their world comfortable. But I have decreed that your season of endless compromise is officially over today, and you will never return to the dark places where you had to hide your brightness. You are free now. And now, my beloved child, I need you to lift your eyes up to my face. The heavy spiritual battle you fought in silence has reached its conclusion. You do not have to carry the sword or the shield on your own failing strength anymore. The victory has already been secured by my sovereign word in the unseen realm, and your only task today is to step into the perfect rest I have provided. Let us begin a sacred ritual of total surrender in this quiet room right now. I command your frantic mind to stop racing after answers you cannot find. I need your tight shoulders to relax completely against my strong embrace. Drop the heavy bags of anxiety that you have been carrying for so many months, and allow my peaceful spirit to saturate the empty spaces of your tired soul. You have tried to fix things that were intentionally designed to fail without my help. You assumed the responsibility of saving people who chose to remain broken in their sins. You spent countless sleepless nights running through every possible scenario to avoid pain. But your human intelligence cannot navigate the spiritual warfare surrounding your destiny, so you must let go of the wheel now. Release the toxic guilt that the adversary tries to inject into your thoughts today. You are not selfish for wanting to protect the sacred garden of your soul. You are not cold for walking away from environments that constantly bleed your spirit dry. I have fully authorized your boundaries, because they are the walls of your new sanctuary, and you must wear your peace like a royal crown. I am pouring a fresh wave of holy energy into your tired body this minute. Feel the heavy pressure leaving your chest while my breath restores your strength. The emptiness you felt for months is being replaced with a deep river of divine joy. You are being put back together piece by the hands that created you, and the fragmented parts of your heart are becoming whole again. Your old enemies will look at you soon, and they will feel total confusion. They expected to see you broken, desperate, and begging for their toxic validation. They assumed that without their presence, your entire life would crumble into nothingness. But they will behold a vibrant warrior who walks with absolute confidence, because heaven has been shielding your path through the entire storm. You are an heir to an unshakable kingdom that cannot be moved by human malice. The tiny traps of men are nothing compared to the massive destiny I have written for your future. Do not waste another second worrying about the gossip they spread behind your back. I am your defense attorney, and my verdict is the only one that matters in this universe. So stand tall and let the noise fade away. Breathe deeply once again and let the quietness of my presence saturate your soul. There is no rush, there is no panic, and there is no fear inside this circle. You are wrapped in the everlasting arms of the Creator who knows your true name. Every scar on your heart is being turned into a powerful badge of honor, and you will soon realize that you have survived the worst of the trial. You were selected for this precise journey because your spirit is incredibly strong. The adversary targeted your life because he recognized the immense value of your light. He did not attack you because you were failing in your faith. He attacked you because you were about to break through his lines of deception, and the severity of the battle only proves the greatness of your calling. Say these words in your heart as an act of absolute surrender to my will. I surrender my worries. I surrender my relationships. And I surrender my future into your hands. Let that declaration break the last lingering attachments to your painful past. You are being completely detached from the weights that pulled you down, and you are stepping into the glorious freedom of your true identity. The heavy fog is clearing from your mind and clarity is returning to your You can see the path ahead of you with absolute sharpness now. I have equipped your spirit with a holy discernment that will never fail you again. The snare of the fowler is broken, and your soul has escaped like a bird from a cage, so you can walk forward without any lingering trace of hesitation. Let the peace of this moment settle deep into your physical body right now. Your nervous system has been stuck in a state of constant fight or flight for too long. You have been waiting for the next blow to fall from those toxic people, but I have neutralized their ability to disturb your internal climate, and my peace will remain an iron fortress that no human words can ever penetrate. Remember that the delay you suffered was actually my loving protection. I held you back in the wilderness because you were not ready to face the traps ahead. I had to cultivate a fierce discernment inside your heart before elevating your position. The waiting season was not a waste of your precious time on this earth, because it was the necessary processing of a true chosen champion. I am blessing your boundaries, and I am blessing your quiet sanctuary today. The rooms that once felt like a lonely prison are now filled with my glory. You will find sweet rest in the isolation because I am your constant companion. We are rewriting the chapters of your life with the ink of total victory, and the old trauma is completely losing its grip on your subconscious memory. You are no longer the person who must beg for crumbs of affection from ungrateful souls. I am elevating your standards, and I am refining your desires in this holy moment. You will attract genuine connections that honor the divine light within your temple. The old cycles of manipulation have lost their legal authority over your future, so you can breathe easily without any fear of retaliation. Keep your heart open as we prepare to seal this divine transaction of power. The heavy lifting has been completed by my sovereign hand in the unseen realm. Your spirit is now light, free, and fully aligned with the frequencies of heaven. Sit quietly in my presence for one more moment before we unlock the final blessings, because your breakthrough is fully active within your soul right now. You are standing on a completely new foundation today. The heavy warfare of the past season is finally behind you. You can feel the quiet stillness of my peace settling deeply into your mind, and because you stayed to listen to my voice, the dark trap that was set for your destruction has lost all its power over your future. The storm has passed completely. You are safe. I am breathing new life into the empty spaces of your heart right now. The constant drainage of your energy is being replaced with an abundant supply of divine strength. You will no longer feel that sudden tightness in your chest when you face the world tomorrow. I am restoring the joyful enthusiasm that the enemy tried to steal from your days. You are being completely revived. You are walking out of that dark cave as a victorious champion. The lessons of the wilderness have made your spirit incredibly sharp and resilient. You have learned to recognize the subtle masks of deception before they can cause any damage to your life. You are no longer a vulnerable target for those toxic souls who want to exploit your kindness. You are an empowered leader. Now let us seal this divine transaction of power so that the enemy cannot steal your peace. Heaven is waiting to witness your formal response to this holy message today. The blessings I have released over your life require an intentional act of your own trembling obedience. You must anchor this truth into your physical reality before you leave this sacred space. Take your first step of agreement with my sovereign word right now. Like this video, as a solemn covenant between your heart and my perfect presence. This simple action is not a casual choice, but a holy marker that seals your deliverance from the traps of the adversary. Let your physical hand record the true alignment of your spirit today. It is a sign of faith. When you press that button, you are declaring to the unseen realm that you belong to the light. You are telling the forces of darkness that their authority over your mind has been permanently revoked. It is a powerful pattern interrupt that breaks the lingering attachments to your painful past. You are stepping into the glorious freedom of your true destiny. Do not keep this beautiful realization hidden within your quiet thoughts. Leave your permanent mark in the records of heaven by writing your sincere agreement below. Comment the word Amen, or type out the specific phrase that brought comfort to your soul today. Your written testimony is a shield that protects the new seeds of breakthrough from the thieves of doubt. Every single word you type under this message is being counted by my loving angels. They are gathering your declarations of trust, and they are building a wall of fire around your family. When you declare my name in public, you are stripping the hidden weapons of those who gossip about you in secret rooms. Your voice carries immense spiritual authority today. The abundant grace you have received today was never meant to be hidden in isolation. You are a chosen light bearer, and your mission is to carry hope to those who are still stumbling in the dark. Think about 3 souls in your life who are secretly crying out for a word of validation right now. Share this urgent message with them immediately. When you send this video to those 3 weary warriors, you are acting as my extended hand of mercy. You are breaking the isolation that has kept their potential locked away in despair for months. This simple act of generosity will activate a beautiful harvest of blessings in your own life because you chose to sow light. You are becoming a miracle for someone else. To ensure that your spirit stays constantly connected to my daily guidance, choose to anchor your placement here. Subscribe to this sanctuary of truth and turn on the holy notification bell right now. Do not let the chaotic noise of the world drown out my still small voice in the days ahead. You need my continuous instruction to navigate the path safely. The adversary will try to invite you back into the old circles of compromise tomorrow. He will whisper that your exhaustion was just a temporary phase of anxiety. But when you stay connected to my daily words, you will receive a fresh supply of discernment every single morning. You will walk in absolute clarity, while others are lost in total confusion. Your spirit is now locked into a frequency of divine abundance. The financial strain and the emotional manipulation that kept you small are losing their legal grip. I am opening doors of provision that will amaze the people who doubted your potential. You will no longer have to beg for opportunities, because my favor will clear the path before you. Trust my timing. Look at the path ahead with absolute confidence and great joy. The traps of the adversary were clever, but my wisdom is infinite. I allowed you to experience the frustration of the wilderness so that you would develop a fierce discernment. You are now equipped to lead others out of the same dark valleys that almost broke your spirit. You are a beacon of hope. Now that you have taken these steps of obedience, let your soul sink into absolute peace. The work has been completed, and the seal of heaven has been placed upon your forehead. You can close your eyes, and you can breathe easily, without any fear of the future. I am personally handling the details of your restoration. I bless your going out, and I bless your coming in from this day forward. May my perfect peace saturate your mind until all the racing thoughts disappear completely. I command the tension in your physical body to dissolve under the warmth of my infinite love. You are fully validated, you are deeply loved, and you are completely protected. The boundaries you set during this season will remain an unbreakable wall of iron against toxic intrusion. I will give you the precise words to speak whenever unsafe hands try to reach for your energy again. You will stand firm in your royal identity without feeling any trace of false guilt or hesitation. I am your strength. I am healing the somatic damage that the constant stress caused to your physical temple. Your stomach will no longer churn into knots when you think about the past betrayals. Your sleep will be sweet, deep, and completely free from the nightmares of manipulation. I am renewing your youth, like the eagle today. I am bringing healthy, pure connections into your life to replace the empty vessels that left you. You will find companions who honor the light within you and who pour back into your soul with genuine devotion. The days of one-sided relationships are gone forever from your destiny. You will experience true community. Go forward now with a light heart and a confident step. Do not worry about the traps that were set in the dark, because my light has exposed them completely. The enemy is retreating from your atmosphere because he cannot stand the brightness of your awakening. You have won this battle through your faithful listening. Remember that my presence will never leave your side for a single breath. I am with you in the loud marketplace, and I am with you in the quietest hours of the night. Whenever the weight tries to return, just call my name and I will instantly establish your safe refuge. You are my precious child. The decree of your freedom has been signed by the highest authority in the universe. No human plot can reverse the breakthrough that has been released over your life today. Walk as an heir to an unshakable kingdom, and let your light shine fiercely before men. Your new chapter of total victory begins right now.